Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Brunch Gimmick. We are live. It is Brunchamania, I guess too, because we did it last year.
BRUNCHAMANIA.
Yeah.
I forgot to use the WrestleMania font on the graphic. That's my bad. Hey, birthday boy.
Yeah, Omar in the chat. Happy birthday, buddy.
Hey, happy
Omar,
birthday.
happy birthday.
But we are back after a massive night one, a long week of the collective and independent shows we've been watching. So much fun wrestling to talk about. I'm joined here this week with one of the busiest men at Love Wrestling, Zach Ralph. Zach, how you doing?
I am I'm good, but I am feeling the past couple nights. On Friday, it was one of my friends' bachelor party. We actually we halfway through the night surprised him with his WrestleMania ticket. He got on a flight the next morning, and of course last night, night one, bit of partying happened on both occasions, and yeah, I am feeling it this morning. I will not be going out for a third night in a row.
And of course, the king of our independent broadcasting here, the voice of Winnipeg wrestling.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that.
The handsome Blair. How you doing, Blair?
Oh, just beaming now after that introduction. I mean, you just called a show. Nothing better is going to come for that from me. So, no, things are good. I mean, yeah, there's just so much wrestling this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And I will not find enough time to watch all of it, but I've been able to watch a little bit of it. And it's been good what I've seen so far. So,
just a nice little, wealth of wrestling happening.
Oh, there's so much.
Oh man, like I that's why. What's up, JPJ? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, like especially like I made sure to take the week off this week because I knew, especially like the last 2 days, we're gonna be like legitimately. Yesterday was just nonstop. I didn't get it. Like I was watching show after show. Like there was NXT going on the same time as Gay Brunch, the Effie's Big Gay Brunch, which shout out Alex Mays, did a great job once again.
Sign Alex Mays.
Yeah, absolutely killed it. Like that multi-man match was so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't checked it out, do yourself a favor, check it out. Like the Effie's Big Gay Brunches are always just straight up filled with joy from top to bottom, and like there's like every time you wonder how the hell is Sunny Kiss not signed to a big contract. She is so talented and just like both just like from a like draws you in and just likability factor and just like one of the most athletic people you're going to see on a roster. Like it is insane that like Sunny isn't there, but yeah, the whole show was fun.
Question coming in from the YouTube chat section. Does Cody finish the story tonight? Yes or no?
I like everything is saying yes. Everything like they are not going to have him take 3 losses consecutively at WrestleMania. Like he is their biggest cash cow baby face. Like
Yeah.
kids were crying on like bawling like wrestling is real again when The Rock beat his ass with the belt.
Again.
Like
It's always been.
You know what?
well,
I believe he will finish the story, but part of me doesn't want it to happen. Part of me really wants Cody to not finish the story tonight, just so I can watch JPJ's rant on Between Two Beards this coming Thursday. I think that would be an all-timer moment on Love Wrestling.
I was
Keep
fully
Cody safe.
into Cody like ending it. And then somebody, I don't know who it was, retweeted something about how Sammy won the tag titles last year at Mania, ending that streak, ended Gunther's streak at Mania this year. Well, the next logical step is Sammy ending Roman's streak. So do it next year, and he can have ended all the streaks. I'm okay with that. So Cody's not finishing the story.
as like we'll get to Sammy because that was definitely the highlight of last night. That match.
Oh my goodness.
Was such an emotion. Like I legitimately was on stream. Shout out to Philia Payne who's in the chat. Chicken versus Cheeton, definitely a highlight. That was the Saint Hubert, the Denis Saint Hubert, the Quebecois fighting chicken, which has no relation to Speedball Mike Bailey. Just because you haven't seen them at the same time,
It means nothing.
Yeah, it means nothing.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, such a fun match. Yeah, Sammy versus Gunther, lofty expectations, and they surpassed them entirely by my estimation. One of the best matches I have ever seen, and I almost don't want to ever watch it again because of how good I felt watching it. You know, like I'm not saying like I would nitpick or anything like that, but like want to hold on to that feeling of it being as good as I remember.
Yeah. Like from the before the match, and WWE needs to credit for like their artistic and like the one shots, the starting from the back and following him all the way through Gorilla to the crowd to his entrance is so smart and built up the emotion from right even before the match. Having like and I like said this on Twitter and in like my friend and on our group chat and my like with my friends. Sammy's wife, who, if you ever have a chance to meet her, nicest person on earth, like super sweet, like loves Sammy's fans and everything. But she is legitimately one of the best workers in professional wrestling. Like her back and forth
With Gunther.
with Gunther all night was
Oh my goodness,
perfect. And from starting from the back with their son, who just wanted to listen, like everyone else on the world just wants to listen to Worlds Apart. Just wants to listen to his dad music. Like starting from there, following him to see Kevin right before he hits Gorilla was just like the most like I was like getting emotional there. I'm like, God, he's got to win, man. Like I went expecting him to lose. Like everyone else, no one thought he was gonna win.
Yeah.
Legitimately, everyone thought Gunther was gonna continue this title reign, and like they'll find somebody else to build up to end it. But like they there was hate online.
Of course there is.
Yeah, to Sammy, like everyone wanted Chad Gable to get it, but they did in like a short period of time, especially throughout that whole match, built Sammy up. It's like that's the reason why they want him there. Like he is that dude. He is on the other like the next level of contenders, that he can like beat anyone, and both Sammy and Gunther deserve such credit for that match because they built the emotion throughout. Gunther is a great champion. He's going to be a heavyweight champion sooner rather than later. Like one of the two belts is coming with him. I don't think anyone has a doubt in that fact. But yeah, like Zach, how'd you feel throughout watching that match?
Oh, dude, you said it perfectly. I mean, like, much like yourself and JPJ in the comments, like, I really expected Sammy was going to do what he does best and break our hearts in defeat. But man, talking with Chad Gable, talking with Kevin Owens on the way to the ring, just really remarkable stuff. And I was very much, it was a journey. It was a journey, that match, and it was very satisfying. Again, you hate to see a reign as good as Gunther's end, but man, what a way for it to end. Great match.
But also it ended in the most metal weight possible on the 666 day.
Didn't catch that. I didn't notice that. And
Yeah.
can't believe you need a brain buster.
Oh man. That. Go ahead, Blair.
Well, I was gonna say, I think one of the things that with Sammy that you kind of like is like the wins like that happened last night. I mean, they mean so much and they're so impactful, and it's almost like the Eddie Kingston effect where they take the losses and that helps build up the storyline so much more, and it's such an integral part to their careers that when those wins come, they feel so massive. And for the fans, like you're watching this, you get to see the story. They just have such an impactful like moment on you.
Yeah, there's very few wrestlers who can garner like empathy and just like garner the crowd's love so quick, like Sammy does, just with like one look to camera,
Mhm.
and your heart like instantly breaks. Yeah, like I'll talk about like I legitimately started to tear up. Like I took a second because I started to tear up after he won,
Yeah.
and like I lost. Like I was not expecting it. The like me reacting to the brain buster, and then the two haluva kicks that won the match. I'm like, it's like, God, he's actually gonna fucking do this.
Yeah.
Like I could not believe it, and like, especially like somebody else on Twitter this morning. I wish I had their name. Brought it up too for the second straight year. Sami Zayn, a Muslim man, winning a title during Ramadan shouldn't be like that. That was like one of two matches where like representation matters, man. Like between that and like Jade Cargill, Naomi, and uh, and Bianca Belair, just
What an entrance.
oh man, just absolute megastars. Like
Yeah.
this, that company is doing like that, and their press conference afterwards, which like I almost wish no one asked them a question for the whole thing, because they just, if you do yourself a favor, go watch at least their part of the press conference, because it's them just joking around with each other for a
I
solid
love
like
it.
5 minutes and just enjoying each other and bouncing stuff off each, like it's three people just enjoying it themselves, but like seeing them up there, strong badasses. Same thing with Damage Control, like they
Oh
did an
yeah.
amazing job, and like both, that was a fun match, and man, like I was so legitimately happy for Sammy. Like I went in not thinking much, but like God, if you're gonna have that title break, have it mean something, and they made sure it meant something.
Blair, what do you yeah, I know you didn't catch it last night, but you got anything you're looking forward to this evening?
Well, I mean, I will go back to watch some from night one, but it's very like selective just with how much is going on this
Yeah.
weekend. Like I'm going to go back to rewatch the Sammy match. I'll catch the last half of the main event just to check that out. But tonight, I mean, I'm excited for the main event. I want to see just how this is going to play out. I'm expecting a whole whack of people showing up during that match, and you know what? If it goes the way it could have a very like retro feel to it of stuff like main events years past, which is something I always love. So I'm down with that. Even the Bailey match, excited for that one. And I mean, the there's a couple other ones, but nothing that really stands out. But those are the two ones that really have my interest peaked tonight.
Blair, I have a question for you.
Yes.
Uh, since you covered the show, uh, or like you talked about it, was Juicy for Now originally supposed to tag with Zilla Fatu?
No, it's supposed to be Jacob Fatu.
Exactly. Is he not injured, and there's a reason he might not?
I mean, I would not be surprised with anything right now, especially with the GCW WWE relationship that sort of blossomed the past month and a bit. So,
Yeah, that's basically last night. If anyone paid attention, in the Punjabi prison match in a GCW show, uh, basically he was supposed to tag with his brother Zilla, but was replaced by Juicy Finau uh, last minute, and that was like the first thing I thought of. Like, I was like legitimately, I'm like, if they don't win the tag team titles, I think something might be up. But now that
mhm.
one of them was conspicuously missing all of a sudden, instead of being in this violent match, I'm like, one of them is definitely showing up tonight. Because, like, especially at the press conference, The Rock teased surprises.
Yeah. Like, and the thing is, Jacob didn't have a lot of bookings this weekend.
Mhm.
The only one I knew of was the clusterfuck match. So maybe that's on purpose. And he knew all along this was going to be something, but like, hey, you got to promote. You have to advertise him in that match. You can't put Juicy and Zilla, or else people will really wonder.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, like, I think it's going to be a absolute. It might be a little overbooked, but
oh yeah,
it,
It has to be overbooked.
yeah, it
Like
has to be.
I'm not tuning in for like it could be the best technical masterpiece of all time, and it would be the wrong match for Cody and Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
no,
it's
the
got to
Cody.
be. Yeah, it's got to be a ridiculous, overbooked nonsense run in after ref bump after ref bump, holograms, whatever you can throw into this match, you have to put.
yeah. Let's get some holograms going on.
Yeah.
No,
Uh,
this is a match that like this when you like look at wrestling as a whole, like to have this as like a work rate match would
Yeah.
not be successful. But like for this under the WrestleMania banner in WWE, this will be a spectacle, and that's exactly the way it should be treated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes, before he wins that, hopefully wins that title, he's gonna get his ass whipped for
Oh, yes.
a long period of time.
He is going to earn that title.
Yeah,
I like what Matthew Rodriguez is bringing to the chat here today at WrestleMania 40. As a prediction, Uncle Howdy returns after the teases from the Bray Wyatt documentary and the panel on Bray Wyatt. I'd very much welcome the return of Uncle Howdy, Bo Dallas.
yeah. I like if you have a chance, and again, like make sure you're in the good, decent enough headspace because it is heavy, especially near the end, because they do talk at length about like his final days. It is a hard watch. Like I bawled like a baby. Like my shirt was a mess afterwards
Jeez.
because like it is rough. But like do yourself,
Yeah.
they do a good job. It is truly a beautiful documentary, and they do a good job of paying tribute to his life. And yes, they do finish it by. It was already online for a while, so I'm not spoiling too much. But like, yeah, there's a quick cut to of Uncle Howdy near the end,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
like like nothing but the best for Bo Dallas. The man deserves it. He deserves a run, especially a run paying tribute to his brother and completing the story that, well, like not to run Cody's, but yeah, to complete the story they started to tell together, which is going to be awfully nice and super cool to see what ideas they had that didn't come to fruition.
I believe.
Yeah.
Yes. When you were running around with the thumbs up in the air.
Yeah.
Those fun times. I didn't watch a whole heck of a lot of the Hall of Fame, but what I did happen to catch Taylor and Micah's induction speech for the U.S. Express. I thought that was pretty touching. How they celebrated Bray without taking too much away from the induction of the U.S. Express. Very well done.
I just started watching the Hall of Fame. I just watched Paul Heyman's speech, and like legitimately do yourself a favor because he does a great he improv the entire thing. Like he straight up
He winged it.
Yeah, like somebody showed a picture there's nothing in his teleprompter, and he had no notes in front of him. So he like had some ideas because he had like the box of props,
Yeah.
like ECW stuff, but like he was all off his head, and he like the most like touching, like it's still Paul Heyman, so like there's a very like there's a reason why he's the greatest talker in probably wrestling history.
Mhm.
Like he delivered the hell of that speech. He paid tribute to everyone that helped him. He had a really touching moment with his kids in the front row, watching him and like telling him to like follow their dreams and like fight for it every single day, and about failure and like Paul Heyman's failed more than anyone else and is one of the most successful people in wrestling. Like
Mhm.
his story, just like what he created, has forever changed pro wrestling for the better. There wouldn't be an AEW. There wouldn't be so many other promote like the spirit of ECW lives on through through wrestling through so many promotions, and like you see it everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, ECW alone, just with what he was doing there, its influences eventually bled over to WCW and WWF, changing how fans viewed that product, changed how they were presenting stuff. It may not have been on the same level, but you could definitely see the impact that it had.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll finish up night one with Zach. What other matches did you like on night one?
I liked the tag team ladder match.
Yeah.
I thought R-Truth's antics were again all timers. That he did a hot tag spot with the Miz. Like I was just crying. Like, went for a cover as well. Just a lot of fun. Yeah, I think I'll go with that.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, I think the right people won in that match. I think it was great to split up the titles again. I think also the titles need a refresh whenever they're like those titles like the last one that needs a redesign.
Yeah. Enough with the pennies.
Yeah. But
well, they're nickels now.
Like putting him on like although like it is the way they formatted the match, it was a little anticlimactic, so like the crowd didn't quite know how to react when Grayson Waller pulled down the first ones.
Yeah.
Like and then he still held on to it as he was going through the ladder, which was pretty
just lying through the collapsed ladder with the title on his shoulders. Good visual. Very smart.
Yeah, and like putting it on Truth was the right choice there. Like somebody who since he came back has just been one of the most over wrestlers and the most like just straight up beloved and funny that like breathes life into Judgment Day, like has been one of the legitimately one of the most over wrestlers in the company since he came back, and like well deserving of his first WrestleMania win, which is like you could understand because how they booked the character, but like insane he's been there that long and hasn't had one WrestleMania win.
Yeah.
Like, since the K-Quick days all the way through, like it was such a well-deserved victory, and the fact they let him have that moment of him taking the titles down by himself and him standing at top of that ladder, and then the Miz joined him. Yeah, that was cool. That well-deserved because he is like one of the WWE stalwart and like one of the most beloved people in that company, who 100% deserves that moment.
What are you looking forward to tonight? Maybe we've already talked about the main event, so like Cody and Roman aside, what else are we excited for?
I would say Bayley, Io.
Yeah.
Like Bayley deserves, like I felt she should have been main event in night one.
I agree.
Yeah, like honestly, you could have done the Cody Rock like match to open the show. I felt like that would have been a good opener, and you could have like throughout the show also like helped tell the story of the fallout of that match as like.
Oh my goodness! What do we got here?
A run-in.
Hey guys, I can't hear you, but I'm at WrestleCon.
You're at WrestleCon.
And just wanted to say hi. So
hi.
Hi.
Love you.
Good to see you.